Hello and welcome to today's episode of Dream Business, Dream Life. Today's episode is one that's really close to my heart because it's a lesson I had to learn the hard way. And that lesson, money is not the goal. Money is the byproduct of true success. So if you've ever felt like you're working harder and harder, chasing bigger numbers, but somehow you're moving further and further away from the freedom you actually wanted when you started the business, this episode is for you. So when I started my e-commerce business, I had one vision, one dream. I wanted freedom. Freedom to choose my hours, freedom to travel, freedom to spend time with friends and family, and freedom to live life on my terms. And I did build what most people would call a successful business. I hit seven figures. I had all the external signs that said this business is doing really well, it is successful. But that business completely took over my life. I was working in the business constantly. I was chasing every opportunity and focusing purely on revenue goals, purely chasing the money. And you know what happened? I ended up exhausted. And if you've heard my story, you'll know the impact that exhaustion had on my life. If you don't know my story, then you need to go and listen to podcast episode number 2. So I had all the money, but I didn't have any freedom. I was further away from the dream I'd set out to create in the first place, and I didn't like it. That was my wake-up call. Money alone is not success. Money is only meaningful when it's the byproduct of a business and a life that actually feels aligned. But when we focus on just the money, we end up in constant hustle mode. We take on clients who aren't a great fit. We over deliver. We undercharge. We say yes when actually we should be saying no. It's like chasing a moving target because no matter how much more money you make, it's never enough. There's always another milestone, always a moving goalpost. But when you shift your focus to building a business that's aligned, clear, and consistent, something magical happens. The money comes, yes, but it comes with less force, less burnout, and less chaos, frankly. Because money is just energy. It flows towards clarity. It flows towards value. It flows toward businesses that are consistent and reliable. So the question shouldn't be, how can I make more money? The real question should be, how can I build a business that supports the life I want? Because then the money will come. For me, and for most of my clients, success comes down to 3 key things: clarity, consistency, and alignment. 3 things you will hear me talk about a lot. And what I want to do today is go a little bit deeper into each one of these, because these aren't just nice words that I throw around all of the time. These are the foundations that actually change how your business feels day to day. So clarity is about knowing exactly what you do, who you do it for, and how you do it. When you don't have that clarity, you're going to wake up every day reacting instead of leading. You're going to second guess your offers. You're going to say yes to clients who aren't a great fit, and your marketing is going to feel scattered. But when you do have clarity, you're going to save yourself so much wasted energy. I had a client who came to me and she had 5 different offers. Each of the offers were quite different. She was trying to market them all at once. She was drained, absolutely exhausted, and people weren't buying. So together what we did is we simplified her offers to her most profitable, most enjoyable offer. The one she knew she could deliver best, the one that she knew was scalable. That one decision gave her a clear message. Her marketing became so much easier because she knew what she was talking about. And she started attracting the right clients. And yes, that means she started making more money more consistently. Clarity matters because you know where you're going, and it also matters because others can see it too. And then consistency. Consistency is about building systems, processes, and habits that make your business stable and sustainable. Without consistency, you're going to be constantly winging it. Some weeks you're going to show up on social media, others you're going to disappear. Sometimes onboarding a client is going to feel really easy, other times super messy. Things are going to get missed. That inconsistency leaves you feeling like you're constantly behind and it confuses your clients. But with consistency, you're going to build momentum and you're going to build trust. Another client of mine used to onboard every new client differently. Literally different contracts, payment terms, timelines changed every single time. She was exhausted, and from the outside, it looked super messy for her clients. So we created a streamlined onboarding process with templates, automated emails, and clear steps. And suddenly, her clients felt taken care of from right from the beginning, right from day one. And it also freed up hours and hours of her own time. Consistency matters because it creates freedom. It removes decision fatigue and gives you the headspace that you need to focus on growth instead of constantly firefighting. And then there's alignment. Alignment is about making sure your business actually supports your life, not the other way around. Because when you're out of alignment, your business is going to drain you. You're going to overwork, undercharge, and build offers that keep you chained to your desk. That was exactly my story with my first seven-figure business. It looked successful from the outside, but it was completely out of alignment with the freedom I really wanted. So when your business is aligned, it's going to feel right. You're going to choose offers, pricing, and boundaries that support your energy and that bigger vision, that bigger dream that you've got. One of my clients absolutely loved working with groups, but kept filling her calendar with back to back one to one calls because she thought that's what she should do. She was burning out fast. So when we restructured her business around group programs, not only did she get the energy that she was lacking back, but she also started earning more money whilst working fewer hours. Alignment matters because it's the bridge between your dream business and your dream life. Without it, the money will never ever feel worth it. So when you put it all together, clarity gives you direction. Consistency builds trust and stability, and alignment ensure your business supports your life. And when these three things are all in place, that's when the money starts flowing naturally. That's when money becomes the byproduct of success, not the definition of it. So let's bring this down to something practical you can start reflecting on right now. I want you to think about these three areas we've spoken about: clarity, consistency, and alignment. And I'm going to give you a few questions that I want you to journal around a little bit later. Let's start with the consistency. Write these down. I'm going to pop them in the show notes for you as well. So, clarity. Do I know exactly who I serve and what I offer them? Second question. If someone asked me to explain my business in one sentence, could I do it with confidence? And the final question. Is my messaging and marketing focused, or am I trying to talk to everyone at once? And then we have three questions for consistency. Question one. Where am I reinventing the wheel in my business every single time? Two, what systems or processes could I create to save myself time and energy? Three, Am I showing up consistently for my audience, my clients, and my business, or does it feel a little hit and miss? And then finally, 3 questions for alignment. Does my current business model support the lifestyle I want, or is it taking me further away from it? Number 2, which offers light me up and which ones drain me? And number 3, where do I need to set better boundaries so I can protect my energy and time? Now, you don't need to change all of this overnight. Just choose one small shift. Maybe it's simplifying your offers for clarity, setting up a repeatable system for consistency, or adjusting your calendar to create more space for alignment. Every single small step you take in these 3 areas moves you closer to building a business that truly supports your dream life. And when you do that, the money becomes a natural byproduct. So, to wrap this up, I want you to remember one thing. Money is not the definition of success. It's the result of it. It's the byproduct of success. When you focus on clarity, consistency, and alignment, you start showing up as the CEO of your business. You stop winging it, you stop chasing money for its own sake, and you start building a business that feels good to run. That's the point of having a dream business and a dream life. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, remember the dream is possible when you build the business to support it. I'll see you next time.